Buenos dias, mi familia. What's going on, family? If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, what's up? So, family. I did get a message in the dream state. And they said, your house is ready. Your house is ready. Who's ready? Who's with me? Let's go. Great Lady Ashura, Anu, Lord Shiva, Lord Sanada, Lady Nada, and all the realms of light, and all who walk with us, especially today on this beautiful Sunday, we give honor and praise to Master Lord Lanto, Apollo, and Lumina, and all the ones who work on the second ray of the golden light. The illumination of the mind of God, which everyone has access to. It's just that your attributes will be different from my attributes, but we come together in oneness. So let us see, what does this mean? The house is ready. Who's with me? Okay, let us clear the space. Thank you. Clearing the space. Show us the way. Thank you. Bottom of the deck, we have the magnetism of Eros. Looks very sacral chakra to me. So we'll put that at the core. Then we have 3 that fell to the left. Left for me has always been about the past. So what do we need to know about the past? Which is funny. Look at that. They're all looking in the same direction. To the left. So something about the left-hand path. So number 25, Theta of Venus. Number 31, Shaktipat of the seahorse. Number 36, Telepathy of the Terra Matter. Ooh, see, when they told me my house was ready, I pictured an actual physical house. When I told my wife, she was like, are you dying? Because she thinks it's the eternal house. And here they might be talking about your temple, your body is being amplified in psychic abilities. Are you ready? It's gonna get good. Let us read from the book. This is Alana Fairchild, White Light Oracle. And I will clarify it with the energy archaeology since we are talking about the house. Ooh, something prickly on my right hand. This is Mercury. Someone's communicating harshly. When I feel something harsh, oh look, there's even a splinter. How about that? Yeah, see, they don't want you to know how it's coming in for you, family. Dude, that just happened. Here on Heaven on Earth, 828, we will get the messages out no matter what. Get out of our energy. All right, number 25, Theta Venus. 25. For those of you who are learning Spanish, it's 25. 20 and cinco. Theta of Venus. Attune yourself to a higher consciousness by choosing to access the purest frequencies of love within. Acknowledge lower frequencies such as judgment, fear, doubt, or shame when they arise within or around you. But do not give them a foothold. in your heart. You are ready for higher understanding to see things in a new and more positive light. Allow your inner knowing to guide you on a unique, beautiful, and highly spiritual life path. Venus is our morning and our evening star, the stellar goddess and guardian of transitional awareness and higher consciousness of the heart. She is the way shower of life and the fifth dimensional reality, also known as unity consciousness. Her spiritual guardianship of humanity will be complete when our mass consciousness is based on love, light, and divine feminine wisdom. When you connect with Venus Visharian energy, it is an opportunity for increased love magnetism and spiritual charisma, a chance to shine your light and manifest your soul's purpose with increased grace, synchronicity, and sacred artistry. Her appearance in a reading signifies a time of creative and spiritual awakening. It is a reminder of the power of the heart and our ability to rise again after a time of chromatic heaviness. No wonder I kept hearing that song of Starship. I think it says no. What? I just got another song. Oh, I didn't even light an incense. Ain't nobody gonna break my stride. Ain't no one gonna slow me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. Let me light some incense. Let us do sacral sandalwood. Since I don't have a yellow chakra one. I gotta go to the store. See anything different on this flame? Little sparklers. It is burning black. Oh, did you see that? It's sparking. From my heart to yours. May your flame always be burning bright, so you may see in the night or see the chaos that comes into your way. Okay. Oh, I should hold it like this. Okay. The souls of Venus, her sons and daughters upon this earth, are not spiritually bound by the mass consciousness of the human collective. They naturally vibrate at a more loving frequency. They can be genuinely astonished by the cruelty, meanness, and displays of dominance that typify the dark side of human nature. Yet they have chosen to temporarily incarnate and bind their souls temporarily to the laws of nature as they grow alongside their beloved earthly brothers and sisters. They share the higher resonance of their heart light, opening up the way for human evolution. The spiritual sons and daughters of Venus belong here, yet at an inner level, they know they are not from here. This oracle reminds you that you are not bound by the ways of this world, and that part of your higher purpose is to help, heal, soften, and awaken humanity. Even if you find it hard to feel at home on Earth, perhaps sensing you are from the stars, Venus or otherwise, known you are meant to be here, and that you belong in a very special way, there is a home here for you with the Earth Mother. You are loved and needed and will attract whatever support you are required to fulfill your destiny. Venus souls have a particular talent for creating beauty, working with light and spiritual energy, and calling to them whatever they want and need. You have your own calling to them, You have your own healing journey, and part of that journey is your spiritual training in the ways of the earth that it is in this time. This will teach you what is needed to heal yourself and others. Sorry, there keeps coming in an interference. What is it? Something to do with the eye. Some sort of evil projection. Cleansing out the space one more time. I'm gonna put this card down. This will teach you what is needed to heal yourself and others. You do not need to be afraid of the ways of the world. You are part of a spiritual team that is here to help transform mass consciousness. Theta is the narrow range between 7 Hertz and 8 Hertz, which were accessed during deeper meditations and light sleep, including the dream state. The brain enters the state during the in-between times, such as when we are falling asleep or waking up from a deep sleep. These are moments in which our capacity to create our consciousness is heightened. At these times, we become aware of deep-seated programming and are able to heal by reframing it. During this state, you are conscious, yet your body is deeply relaxed. Your everyday realities through the inner spiritual eye, and come to understand yourself and your life with spiritual insight. Put simply, you may see things differently when you are in the theta state, and your life may make much more sense to you. In a reading, the appearance of this oracle is a special reassurance from Spirit that everything is unfolding within the protective grace of divine love. Even if sometimes it feels to be so, it also indicates that you have the power to heal yourself and change your life for the better. See, I told you your house is ready. The healing process. Find a place where you can relax, such as your bed or lounge, without being disturbed or distracted. Place your hand on your heart and say the following prayer. I call upon the spiritual guidance which loves me unconditionally, and the higher guiding angels of Venus and Theta, that I may experience through grace, mercy, and compassion that which is most beneficial to my well-being for the greatest spiritual good of all sentient beings. Thank you. It is now time to go through a relaxation process. Ah! My tongue wants to cramp up and go. Divine Mother, bless this cup, for it is so indeed wonderful. You can do this in whatever way works for you, but you may like to use visualizations and your breath to imagine you softly and gently letting your mind settle into your body and your body settle into the earth. There's like this weird energy around. Let's see. I'm going to use the code to see what the effery is going on, because I feel pressure in my head on my right eye. It feels like it wants to grab my tongue. Dirty. Dirty demon. Get out of here. Woo. Show me the code. Gracias. Some underhanded belliness. Someone who wants to share in your energy. Come correct, don't come at all. And they're all coming in sideways. We've got 24, 42, 47, 74, 32, 23, 27, 27, 27, 27. Someone who wants to make... No, somebody who wants to take a wish. Somebody who wants you to take care into these sweet dreams. Sweet sweat dreams, I heard. This is some lustful demon energy. So I just got this weird, sharp pain on my thigh. Sagittarius. Maybe this person's a Sagittarius that you may know. The only card that's on the upright is to love yourself. Be sure you love yourself 24 hours in a day. 24 or 42, because everything else is falling on their head. 27, 32, 47 is on their head. What? Dun dun dun. Mr. Mercury. Are you ready? Hey, are you ready for this? Are you ready for the end of your seat? Feel inside the beat. Hey! Another one bites the dust. And another one down, and another one down. Another one's going down, but I see 3 here. Well, we know in the spiritual world, death comes in 3s. So your birthday's on the 27th. Your birthday could be on the 23rd. Or on the 7th. The 7-on-7. They're trying to come in to get some of your wish fulfillments upon your sweet dreams so that they can feel better about themselves. Ugh, I don't know. That's a big no, wrong way. Let's put a block on this. Thank you. Oof, thank you. And you might put them in a downward spiral into the tower. Bye-bye. Fuck off. Go away. Clearing up the space. Archangel Jopine, thank you for clearing the way. Okay. Next, number 31. Shaktipat of the seahorse. Number 31. Wait, I don't think I finished this one. Hold on. $18:18 on the clock. Today is actually the 18th. When you have had enough of this experience, ground yourself with some physical movements. You may not realize how far you have drifted out of everyday awareness until you begin to return to it. Take your time to ground yourself fully. You have completed your healing process. Oh, thank you. Number 31. And I just flipped to Ishtar's Lion Gate, 888. Number 44. This is a collective reading for anybody who's on the spiritual journey, or you're barely getting on your spiritual journey, or you're learning what it means to be spiritual. Welcome. My name is Connie. I'm here to show you the way. The Shakti of the seahorse. As you embrace your inner essence, you will be at peace with who you are, including your vulnerability, and no longer see the need to conform to social ideas which have no true resonance for your heart. You are encouraged to trust your intuitive recognition of which environments and relationships harmonize well with you, supporting your spiritual growth and well-being on all levels. You have the initiate capacity to manifest. Relax, and you shall attract all you need. we shall receive indeed. Volatile and overly restless seas compromise the well-being of the seahorse. Such intensity drains your energy, forcing them to go against their natural, gentle way of being. They thrive, and I heard the letter E. It's okay, baby. They thrive in environments that are calm and accommodate their slow, graceful movements. Rather than aggressively hunting, seahorses patiently wait until what they need comes their way and then actively receive it. Interesting, I didn't know that. Seahorse has a relationship of commensalism with seagrass and coral. Conism is the medicine of connection, protection, and stabilization. In such a relationship, we receive that we need without being parasitic. We intelligently seek our sources that naturally support us rather than attempting to manipulate someone or something to be other than what it is. In the case of the seahorse, as it hides from predators in the seagrass and steadily itself on coral, neither seagrass nor coral are harmed. The symbolic relationship of the seahorse and its helpful friends reflects the supportive nature of the relationship between soul and spirit. Spirit will provide whatever support the soul requires to thrive. In Greek myth, the seahorse is hippocampos, which translates as horse of the sea, known both as steeds of the gods, as a benevolent creatures who prevent sailors from drowning or becoming lost at sea. Seahorses are a symbol of protection. They are about outmaneuvering negative forces and bringing grace and peace. Seahorse is our guardian when we are going through challenging times, especially on the emotional level. Shaktipat is a transition of grace. It is the enlightening gift of energy that enables mastery. Shaktipat, the seahorse, empowers us to instinctively seek environments that are conducive to our well-being, rather than damaging ourselves by trying to adapt to external situations or society values. It teaches that we are encouraged and we have the innate spiritual magnetism to attract what we need in our lives. We gravitate away from falsehood and toward authentic being. Named for its seahorse-like shape, the hippocampus is the neutral center of the human brain. It helps us navigate our way in the world and find where we can thrive and best avoid negative influences. Each seahorse has a unique coronet or crown on the top of its head. It is said that, like human fingerprints, no two are completely alike. This oracle assures that your path and what supports you will be unique. If you attempt to fit into social constructs or cliches that don't reflect your essence, you will weaken yourself and become more susceptible to negativity. And coming to reference on that, what I've been noticing this past week that we went through, the whole Celine Dion projection of energy, I said it. When she was talking about shoes, be very careful, family, when accepting used shoes. Okay? Because this is people going to push their agenda onto you to walk into their shoes so that you can switch energies. Okay? This is also them breaking into your house so that they can steal your energy, which I do not want for you. You have your own uniqueness that is one of the pieces needed here in this evolution of humanity. Also, do not make a shoe fit if it's not for you. Not everyone is Cinderella. Okay? If the shoe doesn't fit, throw it away. Don't put it on. If the shoe has holes, let it go. Burn it, trash it, whatever. Do what you must and get new shoes. Okay? Maybe this is your evolution of your toes that need more space, more room. Because technically you're supposed to have space for your toes. It's not supposed to be like this. They need wiggle room. That's an FYI from my, I wanted to say protometer, but I don't think that's not correct. Podiatrist. Yes, from my podiatrist. Open space. And they're making shoes that are more wide for the toes. This can give you better grip when you walk. Yes, your toes go like this. So think about it. We were talking on the other card about the foot. Don't make the shoe fit, okay? You are unique as you are. Your perspective, your attributes, the way you do things is needed here. So don't go imitating or copying anyone else. I don't care what the celebrity said. We did mention Dion, so please be your own person. That's what's needed. Okay, we left off on... You are encouraged to consider what is natural and best for you. To be honest and authentic, even in your most vulnerabilities. Ooh, it got dark. Let us creep in. It is only from that place that you can respond appropriately. When you are in this authenticity of your power, of your grace, shall rally to support you. The world can seem unfriendly and unsupportive at times, but this oracle reassures you that that as you honor who you are, you will naturally find friends and attract supportive assistance to obtain all you need to thrive. Your healing process. Take a moment to place your hand on your heart and imagine, feel, intend, and desire to really connect to your true inner self. Maybe say a little motto. I am me and will always be me. And this, in this moment, is free to be as I please. You can imagine going beneath the layers of your appearance and outer self into the inner realm of your soul and say aloud, I trust in the uniqueness, sacred beauty, higher purpose, and perfect inner potential that I am. I surrender into the unconditionally loving acceptance that Spirit has for me, and heed the encouragement to be my true self. I do not need to adapt, compromise, or alter myself to be like anyone else. My true nature is divinely designed, and I seek to cast off ego concepts like tatered old clothes, standing peaceful, luminous, and unshackled in my own true nature. From that place of truth, I feel connected to my heart. I can easily attract all I desire from this place of authenticity and integrity. May all beings know such peace, comfort, and love. You can rest in this connection with yourself, hand on heart, if you choose, for as long as it feels right for you. Then ground and hydrate. You have completed your healing process. Woohoo! And our guardian is out there protecting us. She's on the seahorse is out there protecting us. As you saw, my dog just went bananas and was like, get him, get him. I need a sip of my drink. Hold on. Un cafecito. Since it's yellow, yes, I wear everything yellow. I'm honoring today's light. That's how I do. How funny, look, even the numbers go up. 25, 31, 36. 36 is also in the perimeter of 99, 99. 4 nines in a square. Now, is this square your boundaries? Is this a square that you keep yourself in, locked up? They won't let you out. They won't let you out. I'm locked up. They won't let me out. This is the telepathy of the Terra Mater. Look at this card. These cards are beautiful. Okay, number 36. Ooh, that fell right on it. Nice. The pathway for your spiritual fulfillment and the sacred manifestation. Woo! Who's ready? Who's ready? Okay. The pathway for your spiritual fulfillment and your sacred manifestations of your purpose is not necessarily logical and will evolve organically. The skillful and unpredictable workings of the Earth Mother are supporting your soul journey unconditionally, following up on inspired ideas and allowing for unexpected shifts in the direction are integral to the manifestation of your soul purpose. Commit to an idea that feels good to your heart. Even if it seems improbable or unobtainable, it will manifest successfully. Earth Mother, or Terra Mater in Latin, is so much more than the LBC kind of hobby and Snoopy, O-double-G, but somehow, some way. Is much more than a physical being. She is also a goddess of great spiritual development. Ashe. Not to mention creative Paisa. As a masterful practitioner of the artful evolution, she creates butterflies from caterpillars, massive oak trees from marvelous odd little acorns, and a radiant soul from the flesh of a human infused with the eternal spirit. Her mind-bending skill and the miraculous magic of evolution manifestation can be relied upon to invoke far greater sublime beauty and rapturous delight than even the most inspired human imagination can conjure. As a sacred feminine being, she knows how to nurture the essence of all beings into fulfillment. She knows that your soul is divinely intended to become and what you need to meet your destiny. She has the resources and wisdom to support each soul in such a way that there is a benefit for all beings. This is the applied genius of the ecosystem intelligence. It is the antithesis of the lone wolf mentality, of the ego, and the heart-warming, spiritual, empowering reality that none of us is in this alone. We can learn to feel held in this unity consciousness, understanding that we have our own special role in the greater scheme of things. This will likely involve a process of healing past wounds of abandonment, neglect, and betrayal. Such healing allows us to gently cleanse the heart and settle into life with more trust and peace. We will understand that as we fulfill our own heart, we are contributing toward the fulfillment of all hearts. We will recognize at a deep intuitive cellular level that our soul fulfillment is never just about us as individuals. Whenever there is a genuine spiritual win, whenever there is a spiritual win, every being benefits. Thank you. Egos may not like it. They may feel jealous or denied and will likely wing and whine. And perhaps try to undermine your spiritual process by labeling your work as selfish or deluded or irrelevant. Excuse me. That's what egos do. It's funny how the word ego has E and go. So somebody with the name letter E, once again. Best to note it, have compassion for it, then ignore it, and get on with your sacred task. I'm going to say that again. That is what egos do. Best to note it, have compassion for it, then ignore it, and get on with your sacred task. The oracle of telepathy of Terra Mata comes to you with the guidance of the Earth Mother, knows your spiritual destiny and how to help you fulfill your life purpose. Because of course, that is why you are here in a body. She is on the side of your soul, of all souls actually, because whilst egos may be at war, the soul is always on the same side, that of love, evolution, and enlightenment. The ways of the Terra Mata, thank you, confirmation, and she loves you too. The ways of the Terra Mata that are the ways of the divine feminine, the creatrix. She knows how to shape your life path to avoid pitfalls and provide you with all you need to know and experience, so you are prepared for your next steps. She consistently nurtures the soul through the most improbable evolutionary leaps. One only has to contemplate the existence of a butterfly and how it becomes as such to know the logic and the predictable are not often her creative markers. She prefers the astonishing over the rational. Does this mean? What does this mean? Don't let your intellect strife your imagination. Trust the inspired idea, unconventional guidance, and heart-honoring intuitions that occur to you. Earth Mother will heal your soul and speak to your heart through the telepathic transmitter of your body. Take time to tune in your body and to her guidance, to her guiding genius. Her healing process. If practical, you can complete this process in nature. You could also make an offering by respectfully gathering treasured items such as a leaf, a flower, a crystal, a feather, scented woods, and resins, and create a medicine bundle. Become aware of your breath flowing in and out. Drop into your connection with the natural realm of Earth Mother by grounding your awareness at your feet. You may sense the natural energy exchange that flows between the soles of your feet and the Earth's energy field become present. I'm feeling it right now. My feet and my root chakra are vibrating. Like, imagine your feet can feel. Imagine. Let us imagine together. Hear, sense, and receive the sacred transmissions of the Earth Goddess. Let those transmissions rise up your legs and travel to your heart along your arms and out through your hands. It responds to this. You may allow your body to make spontaneous movements to sound, to meditate, to dance, to express from the authentic place without interpreting or analyzing. Let those transmissions continue to rise up to your throat, where they can whirl in a sacred vortex of blue light, integrating into your system. That blue swirling light moves inward to bring you blessings and radiates outward to support your opening of your soul voice. Allow your awareness to naturally settle at your feet again. Feel, imagine, or intend to communicate love and gratitude to Earth Mother from your heart through your soles of your feet. Sense the sacred bond between you and the earth. There is a constantly flowing exchange of healing and communication between you. Let go of what you have thought or demanded or accepted or feared. Instead, be in this embodiment communion with your mother now. She loves you. She knows best. Rest, play, and express here for as long as it feels good. You have completed your healing process. Woo! That's beautiful. Okay, guys, so I'm hearing lots of grounding. Divine Mother's calling to you loud and clear. Let me read number, and then we return to the 1. Magnetism of Eros. That'll be the last card that I read because I do believe my phone is about to die. Let me get the charger. Make sure I don't run over my pets. My babies. Oh, my babies. Okay, still connected, still going. Yes, all is well. Yo, I do believe that Freddie Mercury is leading this new way, this new energetic wave. There's something going on, and I'm not the only one that's been feeling it. I've seen several oracles, several tarot readers that have been mentioning his songs, his music, of Queen, the band. He's been coming through loud and clear. I don't know. I'm guessing he really is on one of my team. He's on my team for sure, because he keeps coming out. Can I get to the number 1, please? Thank you. Here it is. Magnetism of Eros. Trust in what your heart yearns for without concern about how it will manifest. Take steps toward that which moves your heart. Reach out for what your soul wants and needs. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. For only then can you be truly held. That which appears out of reach or unavailable to you is closer than you realize. How exciting! I'm gonna put this down. The magnetism of Eros is our soul's fascination with that which appears different and calls to us at a deep level. This soul deep attraction inspires us to remain open, be passionate, and willing to engage with life with other people and new vitalizing pathways and practices that inspire us. It keeps us moving on our authentic life path, living by the call of our heart. This oracle indicates that your heart is being called to a particular path or way in life. It may not make logical sense, because right now we're not thinking, we're feeling. How many healing things that we had to do on our heart? But to honor the call of our heart is to honor the needs of our soul. The call of our heart can lead you into the unknown and interrogating territory. It can feel liberating but also unsettling. As you let go of known worlds and reach for the unfamiliar, following such a path will bring you a fresh influx of energy and expand your understanding for yourself, your life path, and your higher purpose it is meant to be. Eros is a Greek word for love. And this is your call. On a spiritual level, Eros is our passionate, open, engaged love for life. When we experience Eros, we are ready to embrace our journey. It is an affirmation of life. Its opposite, it's a destructive drive known as Thanos, which is the drive behind the undermining, self-defeating, and self-harming behaviors. We may engage in such negative behaviors in a misguided attempt to heal ourselves or make ourselves feel better, like drinking, drugs, sex, cursing, swearing. Maybe not cursing and swearing, maybe on a, depending what level you're at, but I wanted to say making fun of people, using them as punching bags. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. We may engage in such negative behaviors in a misguided attempt to heal ourselves and make ourselves feel better. When we act negatively despite our best intentions to be positive, part of us is trying to tell a story that is yet to be fully heard. Until that story is heard, we cannot let it go. We get stuck in a negative loop. This is why several people do have therapists to go and be heard, because maybe the persons that you want them to hear you or to understand you or to take knowledge, that's crazy. I heard intercourse. That's the only way some people know how to hear you, is to open your legs and I'll hear you. Like, disgusting, dude. Seriously. You hear with your ears, bro. I'm just saying. For those of you who are sex addicts. We get stuck in a negative loop. To resolve the negative Thanos drive within us and in our world, we need Eros. Eros, come through, please. We need to embrace life, including our negative experiences, by acknowledging and healing our suffering. We can find the courage and wisdom to live more fully. The challenge and gift of Eros leads us into our vulnerability. From there, we can also recognize our strength and dignity. We become able to let go and heal. You know what's funny? I think Versace has a cologne called Eros, and it's a little blue bottle. I used to have it. I used to have it. This oracle brings the message that life has particular gifts to share with you. There is the promise of deep soulful connection with your true self and with others, and a healing realization that you are truly desired and loved. You are encouraged to explore new pathways, especially if you feel out of your depth and a bit vulnerable in doing so. And if you do, just say it out loud. And if they're not hearing you, right, because certain people aren't going to hear you, find one that is listening to you. And don't fight the one that wants to listen to you. Come on. More so if they involve personal healing. The oracle indicates a path is opening up for you. It may not be the easiest way forward, but when your heart leaps at the prospect of it, know something truly special is unfolding for you through that pathway. Trust where your heart, is leading you. Dun, 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 dun. Your house is ready. Where are you going to go? The healing process. Let us take a moment to consciously connect with your breath. And ground your awareness in the present moment. Place your hands over your heart. Can you connect with what it is to feel vulnerable? Okay. Feeling vulnerable. I'll take the first step. The one that comes to my mind right now is when I was little, I used to be scared of the dark. And I would run through the hallway to hit the light switch to turn it on. Because when I was younger, I used to see a whole lot of cuckoo crazy stuff. And it was scary. It was scary. Imagine being a little kid seeing shit like that. And then nobody believing you that you saw them. And they thought you were crazy. Or you were on drugs. A 5-6-year-old, can you imagine? Like, how was I taking drugs unless my parents were giving it to me? Think of Gypsy Rose. But I used to be scared of the dark. I remember that stuff. It freaked me out. It would freak me out when all of a sudden the power would just go out. When it was like complete utter darkness out of nowhere, and you were just like, oh. Now I meditate in complete darkness. The darker, the better. Like, I will be in a closet and I will put towels at the crack of the door, make sure it's complete darkness. Or my favorite one is the deprivation tanks, the float in the deprivation tanks and the salt water. Because those things get black and you're floating in complete darkness, and that's when you can really tap into your consciousness. Woo! Into the super consciousness. That's a divine, primary waters. Yeah, no, it's amazing. Let me continue. Can you connect with what it is to feel vulnerable? Yes. To have needs? Yes. This may be easy or difficult for you to acknowledge. I guess these needs could be sexual. We did mention sex earlier. Whatever you experience is absolutely fine. To feel vulnerable, to need to be loved, heard, held, and seen, for example, is acceptable and essential to your human journey. Okay. Now, loved, heard, healed, seen. All of that was reminding me about sex. So, but if you're working on your self-love and you need these things to feel better, then that would be something you would need to question. Why do I need sex to feel better? Because you could be using sex as a means to get over the hump instead of dealing with the hump and seeing why the hump is there and healing the hump instead of trying to jump over it. Okay? Understand to why. Are you using sex as a form of manipulation or to get your way? Are you using sex to make ultimatums? Are you using sex to control the narrative? Are you using sex to not have to deal with whatever the other person said? And then just be like, here's my legs. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of manipulation happening with sex. So be sure you take care of your sexual energy. Because we did talk about the feet and we're talking about the root chakra. And that's near your genitals, which also correlates to Scorpio. Scorpio. Okay. Next, it says, for example, let me read that part again. To feel vulnerable, to need to be loved, heard, held, and seen, for example, is acceptable and essential to your human journey. As you connect with your heart, imagine, feel, or intend that a beautiful white light is shining from afar. It loves you. It is reaching out to assure, comfort, and protect you. If you can allow it to truly hold you, relax into its embrace and imagine that the light wrapping itself around you like a loving cloak. As you do this, you may sense your heart and mind letting go of a tension you didn't realize you had been holding. You may sense that this white light is in your heart, reaching for you always from deep within. Rest in this awareness for as long as it feels best for you. You have completed your healing process. This is also a form I do also of securing the self when you are in like big groups or family functions or places you didn't want to be, but you're there to show support and love. You want to create your light bubble, your plasma light, to create a protective force from around certain people. Okay? So practice this energy. The doorway to the sacred is found within the heart. From the heart we connect with, nourish, and develop our soul. Your soul is unique inner being. It is a part of which lives many lifetimes and grows spiritually through countless experiences. Your soul may have lived on worlds other than Earth, perhaps on various stars, and certainly in the spiritual worlds between lifetimes. Yet it is meant to be here now, helping to bring light to our planet for the benefit of many in need. From my heart to yours, with much love and gratitude, I give honor to thee. Thank you for listening today. Smash that thumb button. Let me know how this is helping you, encouraging you to spread the joy of love of God. Write a comment. Subscribe to my channel. We're going to be changing things here in this channel. And I'm taking everybody's perspective and using it to help people see the truth of who you are, your authentic self. So let us also see formally the body, right? We did say we were going to see why do we have the Theta Venus of the body here. Put this card here. We have for the feminine, and then we have for the masculine of Theta Venus. Feminine, expectation, attunement, and supporting. You may not feel very supporting right now or unsupported because it's in the reverse. This is upon your left foot. Maybe you have a left foot injury or you're experiencing certain things on your left foot. We did talk about shoes. In your fingers of attunement, as you felt earlier, I was telling you, you have to be aware. When it comes to your fingers, fingers are attached to your hands, which are attached to your arm, which is attached to your heart. They are part of your heart center, your heart chakra. So when you hug someone, you are literally hugging people with your heart. And expectations, the maximum tempora, which is this, no, I'm sorry, this bone right here, your cheekbone. Let me check that real quick. Where's my book? Oh, here it is. Maxilla tempora. I have to check the glossary to see what page it's on, because they're not putting numbers on these cards. Oh, yeah. Look, the left foot, you flow energy out through the left foot instead of drawing in and receiving support through this pathway. Your deepest sense of interconnected and strength comes from supporting others, not in a way that drains you, but in a way that is energizing. You are the archetype grandmother tree, nourishing all those connected to your roots. That's why there was a call for you to ground, because it's in the reverse. So be sure, ladies, this is a call for you to go ground. Put your feet on the grass or the dirt, whatever. Where is the glossary of the skeleton? Here it is. Okay. Expectation. Jesus, I can't see it. What the fuck? Why did I? Oh, that's some page numbers. Dear Lord, already at an hour. Oh, here it is. Bones not shown. Expectation number 62. That's why I couldn't see it. It was in this little square right here. Okay, page 62. Expectation. You can become stuck in expectation, but remember there is no such thing as a block. Only something you are not yet willing to allow. This is earth element, so this could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Imbalance, this is foundation, guiding. This is the upper jaw consisting of two irregular bones that infuse below the nose. It forms the upper jaw and heart platelet, lower eye sockets, and sinuses. Oh, I was right. So it's this piece right here. This piece. Let's read the questions. What expectations am I ready to release? Contemplate the difference in energy between expectation and standards. What expectations do I have about myself? Do they align with the life I am cultivating, or are they in the way? Where can I bring movement into my life to help subtly shift out of expectation and release stagnancy? Oh, ladies. I learned that one a long time ago. When you were expecting your partner to do this or that or that or this, or to love as you love, forget about it, girlfriends. It ain't gonna happen. You might as well let go of that dream, or understand that this dude doesn't move that way. And you either move on, or this is why we say practice self-love, so that you can truly acknowledge what it means for you. And if you can love that person as they are, or you need to find someone who is, you know, linked up like you are, because some people just don't want it. Attunement, this is people, water and air elements, so this could be anybody with a water sign or air sign. Check also your natal chart that has water signs or air signs, because this could be calling to you. You are attuned to exit in the physical world the same way that all of nature is, fully embodied in your form and delightfully on purpose. I did get a tug on my right ear, ladies, so this is spirit. This is co-creation, love, pleasure, power, pride, pulse, refined, worthy. In balance is beauty and synchronicity. Out of balance, it's someone's fault, it was your mistake, it was mistrust. Remember, as the spiral swirls, which way you're gonna go? You're gonna go downward or upward? The questions are, what are my favorite things about myself? What physical or behavioral parts of myself do I judge or turn my back on? What parts feel hard to accept or love? What beauty and wisdom do others recognize in me that I overlook or take for granted? What would I do differently if I fully trusted that I am perfectly attuned to receive what I am drawn toward? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, did I give you association with the other cards? No, I don't think I did. I'm sorry. Left foot, right foot. Well, let's leave it at that. It wasn't meant to be. Oh, here it is. This card is identity, informing, inspiration, visioning, and wisdom. Out of balance is entrenched and constraining. In balance is foundational and guiding. Okay, this is about your expectations. Okay, masculine. Feminine had 3, masculine has 4. Okay. Alright, homeboy. And all of yours are in the reverse. We have responsibility, the right scapula. Purge, the wrists. Informing, the left orbital socket. Did we say the eye? And rest, the palanty bone. That's why I don't like to put my coffee in these cups, because they get the coffee gets cold. All in the reverse. Ay, 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 mijito, mijito. Okay. Let's see. The right scapula is responsibility 110. Maybe your birthday is January the 10th or the 10th. Since we're already going long, I'll pull out some cubes to see which names or letters are identifying with this reading. Okay, earth sign, imbalance, choice, growth, respond. Out of balance, victim, martyr, react. Associated cards, blessing and burden. Integrating, open, protection, and vulnerability. Inner child wounds and traumas. Repressed your inner child. Caretaker, nurture. Reparent yourself in the ways you needed but did not receive when you were young. What are the questions? What might my inner child be carrying as a burden or responsibility that they had no need to take out on such a young age? What is my relationship with responsibility? How does the idea of being responsible make me feel? What feels like the most expensive possibility for how the response to the current person, situation, or circumstance? That's in the reverse. Wrists. Page 100. This is earth, water, air, fire. In balance, it's spacious and dynamic. Out of balance, it's compressed and stiff. Associated cards, co-creation, giving, love, pleasure, pride, power, receiving, worthy. This is the pulse. Trust the pulse of your life with a rhythm that is deeply resonant throughout your body and the energies you connect to. What is my relationship to time? Does this change with the seasons and different creations? How would it feel to release control over what I know as time and timid and timing and trust in a divine universal timing instead? There was no timid in this reading, so this masculine might be feeling timid. Can I feel how timing is part universe, part me? This is part of co-creation. Can I trust the timing the same way I trust guidance? How does the pulse of my life feel better? No, sorry. Somebody wants to feel better. How does the pulse of my life feel best? Do I feel more comfortable and at ease moving quickly or slowly? This is something you have to learn there, masculine. I think you're learning both time and space in the moment of now, applying it. It does feel very anxious, like I don't know whether to go fast, whether to go slow, or to speed it up or to slow it down. Like they're not letting the universe kind of come in and guide you, because we've got 3 and 4. That's a part of the moon. There's some type of illusion here for you, brother. Informing, the left orbital socket, so something to do with your left eye. left orbital socket number 74 and forming. Good number. Come on now. Come on, chameleon. Okay. You are a powerful creator, but you live in a world that can both affirm and deny that power. Stretch into your expansion. Earth, water, air, fire, illuminating sincere love is in balance. Out of balance, obscured, deceptive, and fear. Associated cards: dreaming, expectation, identity, inspiration, visioning, and wisdom. The question is, what is informing me in the physical sense? What news, social media, family, friends, or other conversations do I participate in? What energy underlines these conversations? Do they feel expansive or contradicting? Is the energy one of trauma or healing? What does it feel like to be around people who affirm my potential? What about those who cheer for my limitations? Ooh, masculine, damn! Homeboy's waking up to a lot of assaults that's been happening to him that he doesn't even realize it. That they've been... See, I hear risk, using the scales of his judgment against him because it's like on his back. And then the left eye is the left eye of truth. What are you not seeing? Like a projection. What are they projecting at you? Because you're not seeing it the way you see it. You're seeing it as they want you to see it. Homeboy. Okay, then we have rest, which has a hard time understanding that. Let me see. Palatine bone. I like tickled my nose on the inside. I feel like this is a part of the coccyx, something like it. Is it? Is it? It's one of the bones not shown. It's about rest. Number 112. Maybe your birthday's on 112. Close yourself. That was the song coming through. I don't know what the hell that was. Close yourself to the outside for a while and nourish your own rhythm. Here you can find the pulse of your life without anybody distracting you. The element is water. Water is your emotions, homeboy. In balance, this is restorative, softened, and slow. Out of balance is agitated, tense, and swift. Associated cards is allowing, receiving, supporting, and vulnerability. Ooh. I want to read what this bone is. The palatine bone is an irregular L-shaped bone comprised of two plates. It is a paired bone and sits between the maxilla and the sternophoid bones, but also articulates in the ethmoid, inferior nasal concha, and vomer. This articulation is how the palatine bone precipitates par. Somebody with the name Par, or these people like to golf, like Par. Precipitates. It still sounds weird. I know how to say this word. What's happening? I'm gonna skip it. In the building, 3 cavities within the skull: the oral cavity, the nasal cavity, and the orbits. It's all about a cavity. And then, what was it last week? A lot of tarot readers were talking about teeth. So the bones right here in your mouth, family. Okay, let's get to the questions. What do I feel pressured to work on or complete before I can rest? How do I create circumstances in my life that makes rest seem out of reach? Where am I overscheduled and overcommitted? Is rest something I do so I can be more productive or something I value on its own? What other words do I associate rest with? Do I need to earn it? Ooh. And I take this in consideration of myself, like when I didn't know how to slow down or when work was just so over the top. You feel outstretched, overstretched, and the only time you would rest was when you were sick. And that's very unfair for the working class, for the people who work the service industry, because that service industry, it's 24 hours. It doesn't stop. And so yes, of course, when the fuck do we have time to rest? If you're working in the food industry, if you're working in the medical field, if you're working in towing trucks, if you're working in customer service, this shit's 24/7. So this applying to the working class is a whole other different bracket of understanding, because it's very hard for people to take time off when they don't have the ability to take time off. And so this is where your heart's calling to you. What is calling to you in your heart space to make you feel good about yourself? Woo! Wow. That is awesome. Okay, Tara. So that was for the feminine and the masculine, about Venus. Okay. The bottom of the deck, we did have a catalyst of floating ribs. Let's see if we can shorten this up with the telepathy and the seahorse. Seahorse. Holy moly. Sorry, Baba. Too many. I want to say this is the seahorse one. That was the only card that fell to the floor. So let's do telepathy. Okay, we'll take those two. The bottom of the deck, which you don't see coming. Look at that. Wisdom teeth. We talked about teeth. Ooh, in the reverse. Okay, telepathy, we have clavicles to be open. And then in the reverse, we have axis vertebrae transition. So you might be experiencing some type of resistance to the transition that you're going through right now when it comes to your telepathy. So let's see, connection, the illum. The illum. Illum. That's a funny word. That's the wrong book, Connie. Connection number 56. Maybe somebody is age 56. I'm feeling like all of a sudden rushed. 18 again. 118. You are intricately connected to and embedded within the great ancestral web of life. I will lead you everywhere and straight back to your core. The element of water, imbalance, ancestral gifts, communion, out of balance, wounded, solitary, apart. Associated cards of belonging, creation, inheritance, and release. The ilium is the largest hip bone located at the top of the pelvis. It is arched so that the inside surface of the concave and the exterior surface is convex. The very top edge is also called the wing or ala. It is thickened and forms the lilac crest. The bottom of this bone is the smallest edge that comes together with the other pelvic bones to form the acetabellum or the hip socket. The questions are: How does it feel to know I'm connected to everything I need in this lifetime to be on path and on purpose? Which connections are currently calling for my attention? Is this connection through a particular lineage? Consider the connections that call the strongest to you. Is there a sense of belonging with your ancestors or a sense of othering? Ooh. Yo, I just heard ass. Ooh. The wisdom. This part's looking at me. The way you connect to this great spiritual network is unlike anyone else, even a sibling, even an identical twin. When you incarnate onto this physical plane, integrate, okay? With your unique gifts, talents, and abilities, you are also connected through this web of life to blessings, protection, and even wounds that are uniquely yours. These connections focus you and draw your attention to what you are here to do. All roads and string lines bring you to your path. The mystery of your journey is interwoven through all the threads of this incredible spiritual world. As you travel your path, you are encoded your indelible energetic mark into the ancestral web of immortality. My tongue's already like, I don't want to go no more. Ancestral web of immortality to one day guide another in your lineage. So this is like an awareness. This is an awareness that you are connected and the ancestors are calling to you. The telepathy of the Terra Mater, clavicles, number 86. Openness is an invitation to a moment-by-moment way of being, a state of becoming and unfolding and spreading out. The element of fire, generous and accessible, is in balance. Out of balance, guarded and curled in. Associated cards, blessing and burden, protection and responsibility, transition and vulnerability. Again, all these vulnerabilities, I feel that this is for the masculine. What am I being asked to open? What am I being asked to open to right now? An opportunity, a relationship, a more heart-led way of being in the world? What am I carrying that is keeping me from moving into a more expansive state of openness? What has happened in my past when I've been open or too open, allowed your collarbones to release that story and energy? How does life feel when I'm more closed and contracted? There's more judgment. If it feels better, safer, or more controllable, you're just noticing. So you're more open to this now, of this transition, but the transitional state is en la reversa. Transition. Axis vertebrae. I feel like this is a bone within your skull. Spine. Oh, okay. It's one of the bones of your spine and your neck, and your C-spine. 124. Cold coffee does not taste good for me. The element of air. In balance is present and focused. Out of balance is anxiety, worry, and scattered. Associated cards: attachment, capacity, flexibility, informing, perspective, and visionary. What transition am I embarking upon, in the middle of, or coming through at the moment? How do I allow myself to be informed by the past during periods of transition? How much do I rely on envisioning the future or creating ambitious goals or dreams to move me forward? How comfortable am I with being present? Where do I escape to, the past or the future, to relieve discomfort in the present moment? This is why we had that stuff about drugs, alcohol, sex, whatever. That's why it's in the reverse. You might be overindulging in it, and you're kind of missing opportunities of what's right there in front of you. Oh, what you don't see coming is wisdom teeth. Number 130. Is this the last card? No. Earth element. In balance, inner knowing, confident, out of balance, unsure, externally sourced. So someone else is telling you what they want you to hear, speaking these words. Allowing, attachment, connection, expectation, inheritance. How was my initiate wisdom met by parents or caregivers? How was my initiate wisdom met by parents or caregivers? What wisdom do others often seek from me? Where does my wisdom feel like it comes from? How does it flow through my body? Where does it land? What do I spend my day doing or teaching? Where do I repeat what I was taught? And how do I use my genius and make it mine? All good questions that you need to reflect upon, collective. And if there's any questions on how you can understand them, send me a message and we can get your reading on and really dive in specifically what is meant for you on your journey of your path. Okay? Thank you so much for being here. With much love and light, from my house to your house. Mwah! Adios.